Hey guys, it's your old pal Demon King here once more again. As I heard down from the comments that I didn't really explain how Clue is, so what I'm going to probably try to do is explain it a little bit more. And if you want me to still do more of Clue, do me a big favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications, and leave comments down below. I'll try to read as much comments that you want. And if you want me to do more of the YouTube of this, I will. Other than that, let's hop into the game, and I'm going to show you what you mainly have to do. Is pretty much that you pretty much have to play a game. You pick a character that you want. There's tons of characters here. You can either play as Green, Plum, Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock, Orchid, or Colonel Mustard. I mainly love to play as the character Colonel Mustard, and at this time, if it'll let me actually do it, this time I'll try to explain the game much better than I did last time, and this time we'll probably add a little bit more characters to play with, and we'll have a lot more fun playing here in this game. And again, if you want to watch me do this once more again, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll try my best again to describe how to play this game. Other than that, let's hop into this game and start what we can do. Let's see what we can do. So here we are, just now starting to enter into the Haunted Mansion. We are about to start. I will be going first, so what I'll probably going to start telling you, as you can see, they're starting to deal out the cards. Those 3 cards pretty much has the murder, the room, and the weapon that it's going to be. And I have some cards down here that I can use that can help me out to try to eliminate of the stuff. As you can see here, there's a lot of stuff I can try to eliminate. And as we can see, I can pretty much go anywhere into this room. Now what you got to do is, when you're doing this, you pick a room that you want to go to. So like, let's say if I want to go to the kitchen, I'll pick the kitchen. And when I go to the kitchen, what you have to do is, now it has these 3 symbols. You pretty much will say what you want to pick, who you think is the killer. So I'll say like Plum, and what the murder weapon I'll say is maybe like the candlestick, and then I'll see what happens. And they just gave me a card, so it's like saying that there's something. Now I know that it's not the kitchen, so cross off here on the list that it's not the kitchen, and now I know that it's not the kitchen as the murder area. And now we have Orchid doing her turn, and she'll do her thing. So what she's saying is, she's thinking it's Colonel Mustard with the candlestick in the library. As you see, Scarlet had something for her, so obviously it's done. I'm going to continue this so then we can continue on. It's going to be Scarlet's turn. She's accusing Orchid with the rope. So pretty much and now it's Miss Peacock's turn. She's going towards the kitchen, and now she's going to say who did what in this room. Now I'm showing her a card, and pretty much what you got to do is try to eliminate as much as you can down this list to see what you can do to make sure that you can be able to get the murder. So what I am trying to do right now is, I want to try to figure out what the murder weapon is, or the murder room is in. So I'm going to go down into the lounge and stay here. I'm going to say Orchid with the revolver in the library. And now I know that Orchid's not the killer, so it will put over here showing that she's not the murderer, and it checks off my list. Now Miss Orchid is going to be going down to the hall, and she's going to say herbs. I don't know what Scarlet showed her, so it won't help me as much to eliminate what I needed. But pretty much, if you understand how the game is going now, you pretty much is just walking around in the house that you just got invited to, and you're trying to describe who the murderer is and who killed the butler here in this mansion. Now I just showed Scarlet a card saying that it's not the hall. And Miss Peacock is going down to the ballroom. She's going to be picking as 3 cards. Again, you have to pick a person, a weapon, and a room. And if anybody has any of those stuff, you pretty much show it to them, so then they can mark it off their list, and you keep on going until you think you know who the murderer is and what happened in the mansion. Now I am just going to be able to go walk into the hall, since I didn't really have a big number to be able to go into any other rooms. So I'm just standing out there in the hall, and pretty much that's how the game goes. You pretty much are in a mansion, you're trying to figure out who killed the butler, and you are just pretty much going to room and trying to see who the murderer is by choosing a person, a weapon, and the room that they're in. Until you have, and when you have it, if you know who the murderer is, you can circle the words. Like, if I think it's the conservatory or not the conservatory, I can mark it off the list. But pretty much, you're pretty much just trying to keep on doing this until you know what the murder person is in this game. Now it's my turn. I am going to try to go into another room. I will be going down to the billionaire room.
When you're done with that shit, take out the trash.
Now I'm gonna say Mr. Green with the dagger in the billionaire's room, and they are showing me something. Now I know that it's not Mr. Green, so I have 3 more people who I can try to say who it is, and then I just have to figure out who the murder weapon is and where it happened at. I'm going to end off my turn. So Miss Orchid is going down into the hall. She is saying that it was Miss Scarlet with the lead pipe in the hall. If anybody has anything, I am going to show Miss Orchid that it's not Miss Scarlet. Now she knows it's not Miss Scarlet, but the other people do not. So if you pretty much know what's going on into the game now, it's pretty much what it is. Now Miss Scarlet is going to be doing something, and I'm showing Miss Scarlet that is not the hall. So yeah, pretty much clue is that you're pretty much in a mansion trying to figure out who murdered the butler in this game. And when you finally have everything checked off your list and you know who did what, then you know what the room is, what the area is, and who killed what in what room. Now it's my turn again. I'm going to roll the dice, and now I'm going to be able to go to another room. I'm going to try the conservatory. And what I'm actually going to say now is I'm going to think it's me with the wrench in the conservatory. She has something for me. Now I know that I am not the murderer, so it checks me off the list. So now I have 2 people left. It's either Peacock or Plum who is the murderer. And when I know who it is, I will circle the name of the character who it is and then all I will do is look for the room and look for the murder weapon. Unless if they somehow are close on knowing what it is, then they can do it. And how you can know when the game is over is when you think you know who the murderer is, what weapon they used, and what room were they in when they did it. So as you can see, Miss Scarlet's saying it's Peacock with the candlestick in the kitchen. Miss Peacock just showed her a car. I don't know what card she showed, but now it's going back to Miss Peacock's turn. So now Miss Peacock is going. She got I didn't get to see the number, but she's staying in the kitchen. She's saying that it's Mr. Green with the rifle in the kitchen. And Miss Orchard showed her something. Now it's my turn again. What I'm going to do is I am going to try to see if it was Plum, if it's Professor Plum. But I have to figure out where he did it. I think he did it down in the lounge. I'm going to try the lounge, and if it's not in the lounge, then I am wrong, and I'll have to keep on going. So I'm going to say that it was Plum with the dagger in the lounge. And she has something for me. Now I know it's not the lounge. The lounge is now checked off my list. So I have the studio, the library, the dining room, or the conservatory to show me if it's going to be there. And I have still plenty of weapons to show. I pretty much am getting close to solving this mystery because I have plenty of X's. Now, as you can see, since it actually has 3 people, I can tell that it's Plum, the dagger, but I need to know the murder room. I need to know what the murder room is. So, I have to find out who the murder room is. I know it's Plum with the dagger. Now I just need to find out the murder room. And again, if you all want to see me do more of Clue, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave some comments down below, tell me how I did. Again, I'm trying my best to describe as much as I can, but other than that, it's pretty much down from here. I think I probably know where it's happening at, if I can get to the room. And I can't, so I am going to try the conservatory again. And I will say Professor Plum with the dagger in the conservatory. I know it's not the conservatory because I already have that checked off the list. I know who the murderer is. I know the murder weapon. I just need the room. So she's saying it was Plum with the wrench in the ballroom. Miss Plum showed something to her, but I do not know. And I am so sorry I messed up on her name. It's Miss Peacock, not Miss Plum, because it's Professor Plum. But again, if you like to see me do more of this, hit the like button down below, subscribe, and leave down a comment, and I'll do more of Clue. Other than that, I am glad to do it, and now I know who the murderer is, the murder weapon, and the murder room. So, when it's my turn again, I will do the accusation and tell them who it is. Now it's my turn. It's Turtle Mustard's turn. So if I can get into the room, there we go. And I am now going to say that it's Professor Plum with the dagger in the study. And since they didn't show me any of that, I know who done it. So when you know, now you have to actually put everything down. So like where all my circle is at, I have to pick them, say accept, and now it gives me out the cards, and now I have to see if I am correct. Plum, dagger, study. I am correct. I have beat this match. So again, if you liked what I have done, this is me doing Clue. This is the second episode, and this is Demon King announcing off that I have tried my best to describe. And if you like this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave some comments down below. And this is Demon King signing off his second video of the day. See ya.